This week, we're going to highlight the price changes for soybean futures on the day that the USDA releases the prospective plantings and grain stocks reports. We're also going to take a look at updated weather trends in South America and wrap things up with a long-term review of November soybean futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We moved in the last half of March here, and the soybean market remains historically volatile. Let's take a look now at the history of the USDA reports on March 28th. Now, there'll be two reports released that date, prospective plantings and also grain stocks. Let's take a look at the price changes on the date that those reports are released. Again, what the slide shows is the change in old crop, SK, or new crop, SX, futures for beans compared to the previous day. So you can see there have been quite a few years here where we've seen some exceptional price movement on the day that those reports are released. Not every year, but several years here where we've seen volatile moves both to the upside and the downside. Here's the key message. We strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to have your positions in place prior to the release of these reports. Let's shift gears now and focus on South America. Let's look at where those beans are produced in Argentina. In Argentina, we've got four key provinces here: Buenos Aires, Cordoba, Santa Fe, and Santiago del Estero. Between 85% and 90% of the beans are produced in those four key provinces. Let's take a look at the weather trends for Argentina. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Now, the beans in Argentina, for the most part, are in the pod set and pod fill stage. A small amount has been harvested, but mostly in pod set and pod fill. So we look at the last 30 days here as a proxy for subsoil moisture. You can see they've gotten some timely rains. We've talked about that the last few weeks. So the prospects for the crop this year are far better than a year ago when they had a widespread drought. What about the next few days here? Most of the rain, as we just looking at this map here, is going to be up in Brazil. Not so much in Argentina, but again, pod set and pod fill, and they got good subsoil moisture down there, so crop prospects much better. How about the next 14 days? Again, close to normal precip across those key provinces here, so it looks like a pretty good finish to the growing season for the beans in Argentina. Let's shift gears now and focus on Brazil. Let's look at where those beans are produced in Brazil. A lot of states produce beans in Brazil. Mato Grosso in the north is the largest producing state, and they're harvesting. They're actually wrapping up harvest. We'll show you in a second. And in Rio Grande do Sul, the far south, they've barely started soybean harvest. Speaking of that, let's take a look at where those beans or harvest progress stands. Again, Mato Grosso, over 95% of the beans now are harvested, whereas in Rio Grande do Sul, maybe 1%. So again, north to south here is where the harvest progresses in Brazil. Having said that, now let's look at precip for the next 14 days. You can see in the north, Brazil, looks like they are going to get some moisture up there. But remember, that harvest is almost done, so it's really not too much of a hindrance. And the far south, Rio Grande do Sul, maybe some of those late planted beans would still benefit from some rainfall in that region. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in November bean futures. Now, November beans, as we tape here on Tuesday, are trading near $11.80 a bushel. Again, we're outside the crop insurance period here. You can see there's historically between that February and October period, there's a lot of price volatility, so we strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price volatility. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. Remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an upload. And remember, next week on Thursday, March 28th, we'll have a live YouTube update following the release of the USDA reports. We'll be on at 1:30 Central Time to discuss the results of those key reports. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.